Hey, hi, hello again. It's me, Amy the Baker, back with another video. Today, I'm making two types of cookies to use up the icings that I have left from my birthday cake, the peanut butter buttercream and the raspberry cream cheese icing. I'm gonna make a shortbread cookie and like an Oreo cookie, and then use the icings as fillings. Should be good. Bubba is asleep, as per usual, and I'm hoping that he doesn't wake up when I use the mixer, but we shall see. I'm gonna do the shortbread first and then the Oreo cookies so I don't have to wash the bowl in between. And then I'm gonna wrap them up and they gotta sit for like 15-20 minutes just to let the gluten relax a bit. Because I have to roll them, rest them again in the fridge so they don't shrink in the oven, and then bake them. So it'll be kind of a rest of the entire day process, and then I'll fill them tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back for that portion, but we'll see. My life is chaotic at best, so it's hard to say for certain what will happen. Partially I do it to myself, maybe more than partially. Still feeling bad. Especially today, I was gonna go to that play group and then I just didn't again. I don't know, makes me feel, why am I wrapping this up? I need it again. Makes me feel like a bad mom. Yup, that's it.
Change of tone, change of tone, change of tone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be lessy depressy. Wish me luck. Look at this cute snowman plate that I got at the thrift store. It's Hallmark.
Only at Hallmark.
Made in China, just like everything. Don't wake up, don't wake up, don't wake up. Ooh. My brain is very chaotic at this time of year especially. It's chaotic in general, but Christmas brings out the chaos. Yeah. And I'm just all over the place trying to get stuff done.
Back to this bowl for the sugar.
I haven't made this recipe in a while. It just means I have to pay attention more to what I'm doing, which is hard when then you also have to talk. See, I got away with it in industry, usually because I worked alone, so I didn't have to talk to anybody, which was fantastic, especially when I'm trying to lock in, right? Like, don't talk to me. If I'm locked in, don't talk to me. But when I did work in places where I had coworkers that I actually didn't have to talk to them, but obviously it's rude to just sit there not talking. But it was nice because I could just listen. I can just listen to them and add in just a few things here or there. The nice thing is, most of the time, they really don't care if you're genuinely listening to what they say. As long as you're listening enough, this is horrible. As long as you're listening enough to ask the right questions, which I'm very good at, you can keep people talking and then they feel heard. A person feeling heard is more important than me actually listening and retaining the information of what they said. Unless it's pertinent to the job. But if they're just talking about their weekend or a movie they like or family troubles or partner troubles or XYZ whatever, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time people just need a listening ear. I know I need that, but that's why I do this. I feel
like a burden to the people that I love.
Yeah. Speaking of people that I love, in a positive note though, I was on Nathan's YouTube because he has premium and mine expired. And my video from last week came up and he's like, oh, everybody lock in. New Amy the Baker just dropped. And I was like, haha, whatever. I was like, do you actually watch my videos? Because I know he watched the last couple. He's like, yeah, I've watched the last 4 or 5. And then he said that he actually thought they were kind of good. Let me just finish this and then I'll finish my story. Beautiful. Apparently, Nathan expected me to be more bare bones with what I was doing, but I'm an extra bitch. So even if I'm just using a free app that is fine for editing, I'm still gonna do what I can, make the most out of it, have little quirks to my videos. I don't know, I like it. I think my videos are not bad. I wouldn't say they're good. I wouldn't go that far, but they're not bad. I needed a proper scraper. Do you guys like my Christmas apron? I figured 'tis the season. My mom has gotten me a bunch of these aprons. This woman makes them locally, but the neck strap is super thick and it sits weird on me. So I have it rolled up. I don't know if that's better or worse. Maybe one day I'll get around to taking all the top strings off and just adding like a black band. I also don't like that I can't tie it at the height that I want. Where it sits is fine. Kind of, it just kind of gapes because of my milkers. But yeah, she got me this one for my birthday too. I've decided I need to wear aprons in every video now because some of y'all are gross, okay? I'll just be frank with you. Most people watching are great, don't get me wrong. I just had a comment on one of my videos asking if I did adult content, and I do not. My days of doing adult content are behind me. Not that I've done it, that came out wrong. The days where I could have potentially done adult content are long over. I could have made a lot of money doing that though, honestly.
I'm curvilicious, I know it.
Dough 1 is done. Now we'll move on to dough 2. Actually, let me put this in the fridge. I need some more of these. Good stuff. Bubs is still sleeping. That's good. Okay, dough number 2. I don't actually think I will need this whole butter, but that's okay. I think part of the reason why I like doing videos where I'm doing something with my hands and not just talking to a camera in a more vlog style is because I'm really bad at eye contact, even if the eyes are just a camera. Still awkward for me. I'm gonna mix this. Break up that butter.
Stop saying butter like that, Amy.
I can't. Can't stop, won't stop. Sugar. This recipe's really high in sugar. I've been feeling
Stuck.
and I hate feeling stuck. And it always happens. In the past, I've moved cities, started school, moved cities again.
Got in relationships, got out of relationships, started crazy amazing jobs, ended crazy amazing jobs, walked away from things I didn't want to walk away from, started things I didn't want to start, big scary things that turn out to be amazing.
All of this to say, oh no, I hope I have enough cocoa.
I don't know if I have another one.
Flick. I don't have enough cocoa powder.
I did not want to go anywhere today.
I'll finish my thought and then I will go. I make big changes and then things get stagnant and I feel stuck and it makes me make big changes again. I think it's resulted in a lot of good things, but I also know that it can be self-destructive. So I'm trying to be the healed version of myself, and that is difficult. Hopefully I can make it out on the other side. But don't you worry, don't you fret. This video, it's not over yet. I, Amy the Baker, will be back right now. I'm back, but I already did the shortbread cookies with the raspberry filling this morning because I had time. The shortbread didn't turn out super great. I'm not a huge fan of shortbread as it is. It's kind of just flavorless, but these ones should be really good because it's peanut butter and chocolate. An award-winning combination if I had anything to say about it. I'm just laying out all the cookies and then I'll start piping them. Okay, whoops.
Doop, 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 doop.
I have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't remember the specifics of what I was talking about before disaster happened. But I do know I wanted to talk about the fork in the road with this channel and what steps I should take moving forward. I still have a little time before the 1 year mark of this channel, but when that does come, I have this path before me. Right now it's a video a week, throw it together, get it done. Some are better than others, and I'm proud that I've been able to have this creative outlet.
Anyways,
I've committed myself to do a year of videos, and I will do that. After that, I could continue doing what I'm doing and just put out a video a week, throw it together, whatever. Or I could quit. The other option, the hardest option, is I could really buckle down and work on my dream, that is writing my own cookbook, a cookie cookbook. Amy the Baker's Cookie Cookbook. I could use this channel as a means of accountability.
beautiful.
And I could bring you guys along in my journey of recipe development.
And all of that jazz.
I suppose the only thing holding me back from doing that is this intense fear of failure. Because what if I put all of this effort in and work in and then nobody cares? I don't really care if anyone cares. Do I really need critical acclaim or the respect of my industry peers? I have this high expectation of myself, and if I can't live up to that, then was I a fraud the whole time?
These are going to be delicious.
I don't know what I want to do going forward. If this YouTube doesn't take off, which is very highly unlikely that it will take off, I'm going to have to eventually find a more proper job with more hours. At what point do you give up on your dream? I've always dreamed of being an artist because of the fact that being an artist has always been my dream. The food service industry and the capacity in which I entered it was the perfect place for me to blend a mentally stimulating, engaging career and my artistry. And the beautiful thing about food art is it's temporary. It's made to be consumed. and not in a dystopian capitalistic way, in a beautiful sharing of a home, sharing of love sort of way, because we'll all be dust in the end. So instead of letting that fear of nothing, that fear of being forgotten, get the better of me, because I've always been scared of death since I was a young child, and instead of letting that fear rule me, I decided to release that fear through my art and through the consumption of the food that I make. And I still do that. I mean, look at me. I guess there's just some external validation when you're doing it at a high-end level, especially because I grew up poor. It was like a window into their world, and it was fascinating to see the way that these people's minds worked and how out of touch with the reality of the earth around us many well-off people tend to be. That's a whole separate rant, though. I'm probably going to dip the tops of these in chocolate and then maybe sprinkle peanuts so they match more with the other ones. But we have come to the end of this portion of the baking adventure. Don't you worry, don't you fret. I, Amy the Baker, will be back for a taste test right now. I'm back, and I have 2 cookies. I'm personally partial to the chocolate and peanut butter. These are still pretty good. Shortbread's not my favorite, though. So I'm going to start with this one. Very good. I have some milk. Cookies and milk is so good. Who would have thunk? Holy crap on a cracker. These are insane. With the milky. Okay, back to this one. I'm so happy that instead of throwing those icings out, I decided to just buckle down and actually do something with them. Because these are delicious. I haven't thought much more about this fork in the road I've come to. It's hard to know what to do. I think in my heart of hearts, I want to pursue something tangible like the cookie cookbook because despite... Oh God. I'm back! Bubby has been clung to the hip. Last night he slept horribly. Anyways, what was I talking about before? Oh, the cookie cookbook. Maybe Bubs was fussing because he knows I don't want to speak it and then not do it for the second time. Before we continue, let's take the last bite of the shortbread. When I left industry, I had a really hard time letting go, hence the birth of the idea for the cookie cookbook. And I reached out to all of these people who I admired or who were mentors to me or peers and friends, because part of what I want to do in the book is little bios of these people and then have them give me a recipe. Not give me a recipe, but contribute a recipe to the book. And so I reached out to all these people because my goal was to get it done within a year after I moved back to my hometown, and obviously that did not happen. I was too busy drinking.
I may or may not have had a substance abuse issue.
Last bite. Would I love to pursue the cookie cookbook and bring life to this idea and have a legacy of recipes? Yeah, that would be a dream come true. But will I actually be able to accomplish that? Or will I continue doing the same old, which isn't an unfulfilling life. I'm not unfulfilled with the life that I've built. I'm just not even 30 yet, and I have hopefully so much more life to live. I don't want to keep living the same day over and over and over again. A trodden path or create my own? What will I choose? Only time will tell. Regardless of what path I choose, I will be here next week and the week after, at least for the foreseeable future. And I implore you to join me on this journey of discovery. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Comment down below which of those 2 cookies you would have chosen. Leave a like down below if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.